is Rock Weekdays with G. Mondays to Fridays, 4:30 p.m. on Cool FM.
This is what you asked for.
Lahat ng drama, tawanan, balita at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
Good evening, Luzon, Visayas. I'm Luto now. It is now 10:30 p.m. and this is koolNews Primetime, where we share the latest stories that truly care for you. We are live on Cool FM and also on News Radio 93.1. Alright, give me 1 second. Beginning our top headlines for tonight, the position of the House of Representatives Committee on Appropriations Chairperson, previously held by Alcopico Party List Representative Elizalde Co, has been declared vacant. During the assumption of Congress session on Monday, Senior Deputy Majority Leader and Ilos Norte 1st District Representative Santos Marcos moved to declare the position vacant. House Speaker Martin Romualdez approved the motion. As of this posting, no reason has been given for Co's removal from his post, and no replacement has been named as the motion was made right before Romualdez's speech on the resumption of the session. Co was a key ally of the House leadership, participating in several programs initiated by the Speaker and other key members of the legislative body. On December 12th, Co joined Romualdez and his wife, Tinok Party List Representative Yada Marie Romualdez, at a Christmas party for children at the Philippine Children's Medical Center. Co is also seen as one of the architects of the Ayuda para sa Campos ang Kita program, a one-time aid for middle-class workers, which has been the subject of criticisms from observers as it is allegedly vulnerable to politicking. Excuse me. All of the active policemen involved in the 2022 drug case mass involving 900 kilos of shabu worth 6.7 billion pesos are now in restrictive custody. Philippine National Police spokesperson Colonel Juan Farjado said on Monday. This comes as the National Prosecution Service has filed cases for planning of evidence and delay and bungling in the prosecution of a drug case against 30 police officers. After 30, Farjado said only 22 remain as active police officers. PNP Chief Marvel gave an instruction to his staff to put into restrictive custody and disarm these 22 active PNP personnel pending the possible issuance of warrants of arrest, Farjado said in the press conference. As for the remaining respondents, 3 already opted for retirement, 2 retired compulsory, another 2 are dismissed, while another 1 has already resigned. Farjado said these 8 former police officers could no longer face administrative rep since the PNP no longer has jurisdiction over them. However, she said they could not get away with criminal charges, Farjado noted. In this resolution, the NPS said the police officers failed to conduct a lawful arrest of a police officer suspected of involvement in the drug trade and another individual also for trading drugs. The botched operations led to the arrest of Police Master Sergeant Rodolfo Mayo and the Atadero and the seizure of billions of pesos worth of shabu. Atadero was reportedly arrested on October 8, 2022 in the bypass operation, while Mayo was arrested on October 9, 2022 in the hot pursuit operation that ended in Manila. The police presented 2 kilograms of shabu as allegedly in the opposition of Mayo. NPS prosecutors, however, said that based on evidence, these 2 arrests were simulated. Meanwhile, Vice President Sara Duterte on Monday expressed thanks to the Iglesia ni Cristo, or INC, for organizing a national peace rally, tagging it as a powerful display of unity and faith. In a video message during the event itself, Duterte praised the INC for their desire for unity and peace as they held the gathering, dubbed the National Rally for Peace. I thank our brothers and sisters in the INC for their dedication to deliver understanding and unity to our countrymen, said Duterte in Filipino. Amid the rising prices of goods, property, and other challenges, a peaceful and united Philippines will never flutter and will always rise up to challenges, she added in Filipino. The INC Peace Rally was simultaneously held in several cities nationwide.
Taus-puso akong bumabati sa lahat nang lumahok sa malawakang Peace Rally ngayong araw. Ito ay isang makapangyarihang pagpapakita ng pagkakaisa at pananampalataya na ang tanging hangad lamang ay kapayapaan tungo sa kaunlaran ng ating bansa. Nagpapasalamat ako sa ating mga kapatid ni Kristo sa inyong patuloy na pagsisikap na maghatid ng pagkakaunawaan at pagkakaisa sa ating mga kababayan. Sa gitna ng tumataas na presyo ng bilihin, kahirapan, at iba pang suliranin, ang isang mapayapa at nagkakaisang Pilipinas ay hindi kailanman matitinag at paulit-ulit na aahon sa gitna ng hamon ng panahon. Muli, sa aking mga kababayan, maraming salamat sa inyong malasakit sa bayan.
According to the religious sect, the rally was held in support of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s previous call to discourage the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte. With 2.8 million members known for voting as a bloc, INC is the third largest religious group in the country. In the other news tonight, the local government of Manila supports President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s opposition to the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte, according to Mayor Ani Lasuna. The local government of Manila supports our president's call regarding the impeachment. Lasuna told reporters in Filipino during a chance interview at the Quirino Grandstand on Monday. Lasuna likewise revealed she attended Iglesia ni Cristo's National Rally of Peace to join the church's call for unity within the government. The Manila City is here to join calls for unity and peace, the mayor said in Filipino. The Iglesia ni Cristo asserted on Monday that the peace rally and conducted in defense of Vice President Sara Duterte was not political. INC spokesperson Edwel Zalbala made a statement after being asked whether the National Rally for Peace held at the Quirino Grandstand in Manila was political, given that it was essentially held in defense of Vice President Sara Duterte. Zabala said in an interview with reporters, "It's a question of perspective, it's a question of opinion. Basta sa amin, hindi sila political. It's very practical. Let us forgive one another, unite and achieve peace. It takes work, but if we're all willing to go back to those basic principles, decency in our relationship with each other, hopefully things are gonna get better," he added. According to Zabala, the peace rally scheme from President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s earlier call to discourage filing impeachment complaints against Duterte Marcos stated that the government should focus on other pressing issues and described the political feud within his administration as really a storm in the teacup. Zabala said the rally is not in support of this or that candidate, this or that political party. It's basically in support of what the president said. When he was interviewed, no one was asking whether what he was saying was a political statement. People took what they said at face value. We're hoping that in echoing what he himself said, people would also accept it at face value, he added. When asked if the INC's endorsement of both Marcos and Duterte during the 2020 elections influenced the religious sect decision to call for a peace rally, Zabala responded in the negative, explaining that the president's call to prioritize more pressing issues was sufficient motivation to hold the rally. The INC peace rally was simultaneously held in several cities nationwide. With 2.8 million members known for voting off the bloc, once again, the INC is the third largest religious group in the country. It is now 10:40 p.m. as we will return with more news headlines right here on koolNews Primetime. Stay along with us. We will be right back.
Ang paboritong evening tambayan ng bawat kalamaw. Napapakinggan na sa radyo, masaya pa sa telebisyon. Tuloy-tuloy ang kasiyahan sa tuwing 9:30 p.m.
Ito ang
With Geometric, tuwing Sabado dito lang sa Cool FM. You're listening to Cool FM.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
Ito na ang dagdag puhunan para sa mga magsasaka, mangingisda at agrarian reform beneficiaries. Hatid ng Land Bank ang AgriSenso Plus. Ang murang pautang na may libreng life insurance at training para sa iyong kabuhayan. Simple, abot kaya, kumpleto at maasahan sa pangangailangang pangkabuhayan. Mag-apply na sa pinakamalapit na Land Bank branch o tumawag sa 0284057000. Land Bank AgriSenso Plus. Kasama mo sa magandang bukas. Your future powered by Land Bank. Land Bank is regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and a member of PDIC and BancNet.
Maulan man, no worries na amoy kulob ang damit.
Charm Fabcon, bangong kumaka-bloom, tanggal amoy kulob sa bango ng Charm.
Charm Fabcon with Bloom Fresh technology kills 99.9% of kulob-causing bacteria tested. May aroma burst pa of thousands of flowers and berries.
Ang sampay sa loob, no amoy kulob.
Bangong kumaka-bloom sa Charm.
Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS, goodbye to me, mancha. Hello, bright bar blue. Isang labanan yan. Bright bar blue.
Pride Bar Blue with powerful stain-away enzymes. Malupit magtanggal ng dumit mancha pero di masakit sa kamay.
Goodbye to me, mancha. Hello, bright bar blue. Isang labanan yan.
As tested ang cotton and polycotton. Sa mancha, malupit. Sa kamay mo, mabait. Pride Bar Blue. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Dito na tayo sa Joray, kung saan lahat ay okay. Lahat ito ay super mura, lahat pang mapaganda dito sa Joray. Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala nang ang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-Joray talaga kayo, ang supermarket namin ay Joray. Joray Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Ang kanlungan noon ni Tandang Sora para sa libu-libong katipunero ay isang ganap na lugar ng mga bayani ng ating buhay. Kasama mo ang himlayang Pilipino, laging handa baunin ang alaala ng iyong mga mahal sa buhay. Ang Himlayang Pilipino ay naghahatid ng mga affordable na libingan hanggang sa mas magagarang mga mausoleo para sa mga pribadong pagdidilay. Bukas din ang tahanan ng alaala para sa iyong pangangailangang pagpupugay mula sa chapel rentals hanggang sa cremation. Para sa mga karagdagang impormasyon, maaari kayong tumawag o mag-text sa 0968-896-4850. Pumunta sa himlayangpilipino.org o sa aming Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, at Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Himlayang Pilipino, Himlayang Pilipino.
Tayo na sa iyo. Tayo'y magpatingin. Tayo na sa iyo. Sila'y eksperto at pagagaling. Tayo na sa iyo. Inyong mata ay mahalin. EO Executive Optical, ang practical. EO Executive Optical, ito'y practical. Brush, 3 times a day. Brush to keep cavities away. Brush, 3 times a day. Brush with Colgate. Brush, para strong. Brush, para Colgate strong. Brush with Colgate. Brush, para Colgate strong. Brush with Colgate.
Coco Martin po, para sa next generation Toyota Tamaraw. Tulad ko, ang bagong Tamaraw, iba't iba ang mga karakter. Bida sa pamilya, sa negosyo, sa adventure. Iba-ibang forma para sa iba't ibang pangangailangan. Angat sa diskarte, may maaasahang lakas at tibay pa. Kaya dito na tayo sa bagong Tamaraw, kasama natin sa ating mga panalo sa buhay. Abante, posible sa next generation Toyota Tamaraw.
Handa ka na umabante? Posible! Punta na sa Toyota dealer to reserve the Tamaraw of your dreams. Starts at 937,000 for the 2.4 drop-side diesel manual transmission long wheelbase.
B-I-N-B-I-N-I-B-I Kada ilugay mo, para sabayan mo ako. Ilugay mo yung smooth, turbo mo, nakakagigil. Lagi Sunsilk ang gamit mo. In 1, 2, 3, ilugay mo Sunsilk. Worried about ponytail dents, tangles, and frizz? Use Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable every day for 5 times smoother, fragrant hair versus non-conditioning shampoo. Para gandang lugar, ready lahat tayo. Sunsilk.
Tuhod, siko, baywa, aray! Pag laging pasan ang sakit sa kasukasuan, sign na yan ng arthritis o joint deterioration. Karaniwan kapag nagkakaedad na, kailangan ng tibay at ginhawang makakapitan. Kaya ng artrisin yan. May undenatured type 2 collagen at methylsulfonyl methane na maaaring makatulong protektahan ang kalusugan ng kasukasuan. Make the right move. Uminom ng artrisin araw-araw. Mabibili ang artrisin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang artrisin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Welcome back to koolNews Primetime. Let's continue with our headlines. The Philippine National Police on Monday rejected claims of an alleged grand conspiracy to conceal criminal activities within its rank, as noted by Interior Secretary Jovic Remula. On Monday, Remula said that there appears to be a grand conspiracy to conceal a criminal enterprise within the PNP, concerning the recent indictment of 30 PNP officers over an alleged fabricated drug haul in 2022. For the record, if there are such schemes, they are not institutionalized in the entire organization. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Juan Forjado said during a press conference, partly in Filipino, in direct response to the claim. No PNP chief, regardless of the present administration or the previous administration, would allow such an illegal scheme, the spokesperson, who has just been named director of the Central Luzon Police Regional Office, pointed out. In a public briefing, Remula said in a mix of Filipino and English, "We will go back to 2016 down to 2022. It is our theory, but not proven, that because of the reward system instituted by the PNP when 2016 started, drug hauls were not being reported, and because there was a reward, they would take small amounts and put them there. Within the award, they would have an accomplishment, I would say." Remula was referring to the alleged reward system reviewed by retired Police Colonel Roina Garma during a House Squad Committee hearing last October. The illicit tobacco trade has prompted heightened concern amongst lawmakers and law enforcement, who warned that the proceeds from the unchecked flow of illicit cigarettes are funding terrorist groups, including the Abu Sayyaf. During a Senate Ways and Means Committee hearing last Thursday, Committee Chairman Senator Sharon Kachilian lamented that the illicit tobacco has not only led to declining government collections but has also endangered national security. Another consequence is that profits from illicit trade are reportedly being funneled into terrorism, making this issue not only an economic concern but also a threat to peace and order, he said. Kachilian noted reports that cigarette smuggling funds terrorists in Mindanao, citing an October 2023 article from the Manila Bulletin. In the report, global security expert Rohan Gunaratna disclosed that cigarette smuggling has become a profitable activity for armed groups in Mindanao. By not curbing illicit trade, it's funding these terrorist groups who are wreaking havoc in our southern borders, Kachilian said. According to Philippine Tobacco Institute President Jericho Coco Nograles, while high tobacco taxes aim to reduce smoking prevalence and discourage cigarette consumption, they have inadvertently created exploitative opportunities for illegal operators. The tax evader stands to gain as taxes increase, Nograles said. Nograles underscored the simple political relationship between smuggling and terrorism. In my research for the Anti-Terror Act, I found that terrorism and smuggling go hand in hand, he said. Cigarette smuggling, which has roots in southern Mindanao, was also used for the smuggling of bombs and bomb paraphernalia. Cigarette smuggling would pave the way for other kinds of smuggling, he added. Nograles cited Euromotor estimates showing that illicit tobacco products could account for 90% of the domestic market this year. He noted that 51% of illicit tobacco products sold in Mindanao are illicit, with some areas exceeding 90%. Meanwhile, tobacco excise tax collections have dropped from 176 billion pesos in 2021 to 160 billion pesos in 2022, 135 billion pesos in 2023, and 130 billion pesos in 2024. Several factors contribute to the persistence of smuggling, particularly in southern Mindanao. Bureau of Customs Deputy Commissioner Joy Max UI highlighted the porous nature of the country's borders, where local vessels are now mandated to have automatic identification systems, making them difficult to track. Additionally, the proliferation of private ports whose oversight falls under the jurisdiction of local government units compounds the problem. UI noted that in the island province, illicit cigarettes are a common sight in Abu Sayyaf camps. He affirmed that nearly all cigarettes found in these camps are illegal. The people in the southern borders do not smoke the same cigarettes as those in urban areas, he said. Kachilian urged the Philippine National Police and the National Bureau of Investigation to go after the smugglers or those behind the illicit trade of excisable products. There should be a whole-of-government approach, he said, urging the Departments of Finance, Trade, and Health to develop a strategy to address the problem. In my opinion, enforcement is not enough. We have to look at the other causes of illicit trade in our country. We cannot ignore the theory of incentives given the significant price difference between illicit cigarettes and legitimate ones, he added. As we head over to the international headlines, around 300 North Korean soldiers have been killed and 2,700 wounded while fighting in Russia's war against Ukraine, a South Korean lawmaker said Monday, citing information from Seoul's spy agency. Seoul has previously claimed North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has sent more than 10,000 soldiers as cannon fodder to help Moscow fight Kiev in return for Russian technical assistance for Pyongyang's heavily sanctioned weapons and satellite programs. Over the weekend, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky said Kiev had captured 2 North Korean soldiers, releasing video of the injured combatants being interrogated and raising the possibility of the prisoner swap for captured Ukrainian troops. The deployment of North Korean troops to Russia has reportedly expanded to include the Kursk region, with estimates suggesting that casualties among North Korean forces have surpassed 3,000, lawmaker Lee Sung-Ki-won told reporters after a briefing from the spy agency. This includes approximately 300 deaths and 2,700 injuries, Lee said after a briefing from Seoul's National Intelligence Service. The soldiers reportedly from North Korea's satellite elite Storm Corps have been ordered to kill themselves rather than be taken prisoner, Lee said. Notably, memos found on deceased soldiers indicate that the North Korean authorities pressured them to commit suicide or self-detonate before capture, he said. He added that some of the soldiers have been granted amnesty or wanted to join North Korea's ruling Workers' Party, hoping to improve their lot by fighting. One North Korean soldier who was about to be captured shot at General Kim Jong-un and attempted to detonate a grenade, Lee said, adding that he was shot and killed. The NIS analysts also revealed that the North Korean soldiers have a lack of understanding of modern warfare and are being used by Russia in a manner leading to the high number of casualties, the lawmaker said. Also tonight, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government will provide up to 100,000 Japanese yen in subsidies for October to residents of Tokyo who opt for painless deliveries, Governor Yuriko Koike has said. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government will lead efforts to realize a society where people can have and raise children without worry, Koike did to reporters. It will be the country's first program to subsidize the cost of painless childbirths at the prefecture level. The Metropolitan Government plans to allocate 1.1 billion pesos, 1.1 billion Japanese yen for related expenses in its initial budget for fiscal 2025 and expects to provide subsidies for 9,500 painless delivery cases over the next 6 months through the end of March next year. Eligible medical institutions must meet certain safety standards. According to the Metropolitan Government, the average cost of a painless delivery in Tokyo is 134,000 yen. As long as medical institutions do not increase their fees, the subsidy program will keep out-of-pocket costs significantly lower. To support parents who start work early in the morning, the Metropolitan Government will promote efforts to ensure the safety of children who arrive at school well before classes begin. The project cost is 80 billion yen. Related expenses will be subsidized for municipalities, and the human resources needed to open schools early will be secured outside the school so that the burden on teachers whose long working hours have become a problem will not increase. Also, the Metropolitan Government will allocate 27.9 billion Japanese yen to cover the cost of free nursery service for the first child in the family, which Koike had said will be implemented from September. And finally, as we head over to showbiz, Sandara Park is hosting Be the Next 9 Dreamers, a South Korea Philippines joint survivor show where 74 contestants will compete for a spot in an upcoming 9-member boy group. A collaboration between MLD Entertainment and TV5, the new survival show will be broadcast on the Kapatid Network on February 8th. Participants were narrowed down to 74 after a series of auditions in 2024, per reports. Aside from Park, Exos Chen, Horizons Vinci, Bangit Dem, Momolands, Hebin, and AB6IX, and one-on-one member Park Woo-jin will be the mentors. South Korean choreographer Bae Won-hee and music producer Bullseye will also join the show as a dance mentor and main producer, respectively. The show is co-produced by MLD Entertainment, which is home to global pop group Horizon, P-pop group New ID, K-pop girl group Lapulus, South Korean rapper Chida, GTN Marcus, Coca and Butter, and Nari. As we are about to wrap up koolNews Primetime, it looks like Geometric has joined the stage. I don't know if it has updates regarding the earthquake, which we will see if he has any updates regarding the uh, the 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 General Santos earthquake. It looks like we don't have any updates. Maybe. Okay, so we'll get back to him later, or maybe later. All right, so it is now time to wrap up, as we will have a quote of the day for tonight. So today's quote of the day: "If you obey all of the rules, you miss all the fun." From Catherine Hepburn. And also another quote: "You can't help getting older, but you don't have to get old." And that is coming from George Burns. It is now 11 p.m. and that brings us to the end of koolNews Primetime. As always, thank you so much for joining us to keep up with the headlines with us right here on koolNews Primetime. We will return with more news headlines tomorrow with koolNews at 4. If you have any news suggestions or feedback that you want to share, you can contact us through our email at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. Until then, my name is Cairo, and this has been koolNews Primetime. We will see you tomorrow. Good night.